YouTubers, MIGMATIS Golf with another read to improve. Now, if you've been watching my channel enough, you'll realize that I think about golf slightly outside of the box. Not particularly a big fan of all the conventional golf instruction, and I've done a lot of reading. I've read so many golf books, and I've discovered that the more I read, the more I found out that many great golfers had very different views on how the club should be swung, and in fact, there are many different ways of doing it. And so I really like exploring that idea, because we're not all built the same. We don't have the same bodies. We don't all have the same ability to connect our brains to our muscles, and we shouldn't all swing alike. So all of these people that tell you your swing should look like this and this is the best way to do it, coswallop, in my opinion, utter nonsense. Given there are some commonalities, I won't use the word fundamentals, there are some commonalities between really good players. For sure, you probably probably couldn't hit the ball very far swinging with just one hand, or you probably wouldn't make very good contact with some kind of really funky grip. But there are plenty of players throughout history that had very different aspects to their golf swing and did pretty well, made plenty of moolah. So with that theme in mind, the next book is important. Yet again, it's a different swing philosophy. Now, I'm introducing you to all these different books because I think the more you know, or the more varied your knowledge is of different swing types, the easier it will be for you to identify which system fits you best and allow you to play your best golf. Okay? If you're just relying on your local teaching pro who was taught one way and believes in swinging the club one way, and that way it's not for you, you have physical limitations that stop you doing that, or that's just not the way your body works best, you're limiting your potential. Okay? So if you want to get better, like anything in life, you need to get educated about what you're trying to do. The more you learn about it, the better you'll be able to understand it, interpret it, work on it yourself. So here we go. The next book that I'm introducing you to, In Search of the Greatest Golf Swing. Ooh, it sounds too good to be true. It's not. It's essentially a book about a gentleman called Mike Austin, who was a touring pro for a while, very, very eccentric individual with a fascinating life story. Maybe you could argue a bit of a raconteur, maybe he bigged himself up more than he should have, but nonetheless a very interesting character, and a pretty smart guy as well. He had some degrees in various things to do with anatomy, and professed to be very knowledgeable on biomechanics. And this is going back, a few decades. So Mike Austin was renowned for being an extremely long hitter for his time. And I think he actually still holds the record for longest drive in competition, and that was with tiny little driver and the old balls. There is some debate out there as to whether he actually hit it that far, but putting all that aside, all that controversy, he still holds the record. He was a long hitter of the ball. He did hit the ball ridiculous distances, and he did it very differently to how you would think, or to how people swung the golf club at the time, and even to this day. Very different thoughts on how to swing the golf club. So the author is Philip Reed, And once again, it's In Search of the Greatest Golf Swing. And it goes through Mike Austin's life, but also explains his swing philosophy in detail. And, and has a few chapters on how to practice and how to develop his type of swing. I don't really want to go too much into how he did it because I don't like spoiling these books for you. I'll just give you one little teaser like I always do. A lot of his philosophy, strangely enough, was about not holding on to angles in the swing, not holding on to the lag down to before impact. It was releasing the club from the top and moving the hands differently than you would think through impact. Very different way of cocking and uncocking the wrists. So those are the only two little giveaways I'm going to give you because I really like all these books, want you to go read them. But it was a fascinating book, and I can really see this book helping some people that are struggling with the kind of swing they're trying to use now. So even if it helps a few people out there get better, great. And even if it doesn't, I think everybody can benefit from the knowledge contained herein. So one last time then, here we go. In Search of the Greatest Golf Swing. I almost forgot the title then. In Search of the Greatest Golf Swing. It's about the life of a gentleman called Mike Austin who pummeled the ball ridiculous distances, and it's written by Philip Reed. Get a copy of it. I think I got mine on Amazon for a couple of bucks used, so by no means hard to get hold of. I think it's worth its weight in golds, which is why I'm recommending it, so go check it out. Alright folks, I hope you get the book, hope you enjoy it. See you again soon with another Read to Improve. We've hardly even started exhausting all the books that I have read, so there'll be plenty more. Good night to you all. Bye.